What is up, guys? Back at it again with another video. This one is my in-depth Mordekaiser jungle video where we're just gonna go over everything we need to do to play Mordekaiser like a challenger, like Inori himself. For starters, using the runes and item build up on top. I've been experimenting with Ghost. I think Ghost is quite nice, and also just having Rylai slow feels really good. Into most comps, and here we have a Sejuani jungle matchup, which should be very good for us. So for build paths or for pathing, I mean, red is always a safe, clear path. Right now, I think red Krugs Raptors is the best clear in the game because of how quick you can make it. But you can always start blue or red. Either way, Mordekaiser is a full clear jungler, so you're definitely playing a full clear compared to other junglers. So here we're just going to Q and just kite ever so slightly with our passive damage, which is very good for jungle camps. Mordekaiser might get nerfed in the future, but he's still going to be a great AP jungle pick. And here you just want to keep your passive going by just constantly aggroing. You're going to smite here, the big one. You're going to auto the small one to make sure they kind of die around the same time. And you're just going to walk it out, walk it out, walk it out, walk it out. You're going to eat into the raptor camp and bring all the babies into you, and it just kind of instantly stacks your passive, which is quite nice. And here you just focus the big one, and as you're kiting, you just make sure you keep it in the range ever so slightly. And once you damage a monster camp, you get pretty much 2 autos off, which is nice, by your jungle pets. You can imagine if you're kiting a camp and you want to make sure it doesn't de-aggro, just remember you're going to get 2 camps, which is quite easy to remember. Here we're going to get 2 procs, and boom. Keep our passive going is the trick. Double jungling is quite hard, so you just can't really double jungle as much, but you can kind of get it towards the end of your clear where it's going to be much easier to do. But here we're not going to risk it too much. We're just going to kite it when it gets slow enough, and we're going to go back to our ground. So our game plan is to full clear, and then after full clearance, that's usually when your options kind of open up. I don't want to take too much more damage, so I'm just going to smite as I'm kiting. And here the Kale did use some, so maybe we can punish by having a dive. We're against Sejuani. Sejuani might be coming to some of my counter gank in. I'm just going to find the position. Make sure there's no ward, and then maybe we can get an angle here. I'm gonna tank a bit more. Oh shit, that was a big boy turret shot. Oh, you know your boy loves the aggression. Your boy loves the aggression. And there we're just... Honestly, I might just go for a reset now while I'm so juicy off. I'm gonna drop a ward in base. I'm just gonna start my bull. I could go for crab now, but because my boss side's spawning already, I'm feeling it right now. And here, because I'm the solo AP, I really want to capitalize on that kind of power by going for sword boots. So boots buy usually is your go-to. It depends on the game, but when you want to be a heavy damage source, because we have the tenacity from the runes, you can itemize for more damage, and it's perfectly good. And you just build wise. You get that Rylai's, and it just becomes way easier to play. Johnny's on the map fast, but not really a problem for us. And you can always W when you're going between camps or just on the camp itself. You just want to use it for heals, not so much as it's not really much difference. It keeps you healthy, so just use it when you're on your camp, and then just let the last bit heal you up here. So, we just rinse and repeat what we did before. We did 1 full clear bot to top. So I just want to do the full clear once again, especially with how strong we are top side. And if there's nothing going on, I'm just going to get another full clear, and then I'm going to play for the Drake timer. And with Sejuani top side, it just makes it so much easier to play for Drake. When you're playing Mordekaiser, you definitely want to play for first Drake, so keep that in mind, guys. First Drake is really important. She might go for that crab, so I want to be fast here and then fight her. Just need 1 more Q, and then I can definitely kill it here. See if she's on it. She already finished it. Okay. So there's not much to do. We already finished our full clear. We could base here, but I don't have much of a buy. So I'm gonna help this guy push the wave in. Maybe we'll get 6 off that. And then we can maybe play for Drake too as well. Very close to 6. Might be able to grab some experience in the way. Yeah, I'll should get 6 off this one. And we definitely will always play for Drake, guys. Remember that. And if someone potentially comes to us, it does not matter. You see the passive damage is so broken for Drake. This is what really kind of pushed Mordekaiser into the broken area. You can easily play for objectives. It's all about playing for objectives, guys, when you play with Mordekaiser jungle. We want this first Drake. We pry out those Drakes early game. Here I could base, but because Sejuani is so low, we might just go for an angle here. Oh, beautiful. Sensational. And here we just take our camps because we are the dominant jungler. And the dominant jungler always takes the jungle. We pull that bad boy in, so it just brings it in a bit closer. And now Sejuani will be coming, so we have to watch out. So we have to be fast about this one. And make sure we time our smite. Smite is going to be 600 true damage, so we just have to watch for that. We always make sure we combo it with a ability. And we're good. Now we're going to base. And what do we do when we base? We start our full clear again from where we started. So we did do Krugs first. So Krugs Red Raptors is our go-to. Build-wise, we want this. We want the blasting one. We always pry a bit of AP before we go for HP. And then we just get the Ruby. So when you're playing more jungle, it's a bit different than just going like Riftmaker and playing him like top lane. You just definitely want the Jack Show second. You want Rylai's for your slow ability. And the Jack Show second really gives you that beefiness with the demonic build. You're just insanely strong. And it's really just farming and wait for objective fights. You're just never going to lose by like this point. Here, I might need a help, so I might go now. Yeah, she might be worth a bit of money. So we have tier 2 boots. Makes it much easier to fight. Oh fuck, she had flash and R. Did not see that one come in. That was my mistake. But we're gonna freeze the wave and make sure our laners can grab that wave, and we're just gonna go back to our full clear. I like smiting Krug most of the time. Just breaking it down makes it a lot easier to clear. I didn't touch on it, but green smite is generally the best smite for most melee champions. It's just free stats, especially on champions that build armor or MR, or even have any like kind of resist like that. They get much more higher benefit because shields, they scale off your bonus resist. So if you're a tankier champion, green is just superior. So there isn't much thought into it. So here we're just full clearing again. I could break my clear and do something, but I feel like my team has a lot more priority this game, so I don't really want to rush anything. The kills are going to come. You guys will see how this game is going to turn out. Just farming is a win condition. People underestimate just the champion that's able to full clear. If your entire team isn't going mental boom, you don't underestimate the power of full clearing. Here we just kite it back and we just get the clear. We're just going to play for the objective now. We have our empowered smite, so we'll be able to do that pretty easily. She might push up. She is worth a bounty, so I'm going to tap her first. We'll go for that bounty kill. No heal. Should be free. Should be pretty free. I'm going to ulti just to be safe. She can't dodge auto attacks, guys. And we take the wave. If you're ever in this situation, we always take the wave. It's not hard for us to push. If you're on a champion that can push, you take the wave. And most champions at this point will always be able to do that. I think people lower YOLO really don't understand how important it is to just steal waves like that. As a jungler, later in the game, I'm going to be taking even more waves. But you guys should really push in waves by yourself. Even a guy backpings you in that situation, you know, we take that wave. It's all about snowballing, being very strong. Being able to take what's yours, what you deserve, goddamn hero of the game. You are the main character. You have to think about it like that. As a jungler, you are the main character. Yeah, you better leash me. I'm gonna get my Rylai's. This is where we're really coming online. I'm gonna just drop it in base. I don't want to stay. And this is where we start going into our Jack Show. So Jack Show build path is you have to go for items. It's under tank. And we just want to resist at this point. The resist item is actually very strong. This Aegis of Legion, it's a strong item. But it's quite cheap. And you get a lot of stats off it. Or the Kindle Gem is good as well. But once I have a bunch of HP, I want to just get some resist to kind of capitalize. To kind of complement the HP I already have built up. And here the same thing we're going to play for Drake. So there's still time for Drake time. We're just going to do the Krugs and then play for the Drake. You really have to play for objectives when you're playing more jungle. You're not a superior. Like, obviously I could have ganked a bit more, but because I haven't ganked, like, look at my farm difference. Now, the times I've ganked on good timings, right? That's kind of how you want to play. And now there's going to be a point where I'm going to be fighting a lot soon. Jungling, even, like, now it's like, this is more of the timing where I'm going to be playing more to fight than I am to play to just farm. Oh, he dodged that. Can't dodge that one though. Oh, she can't dodge that as well. Yeah, with Conqueror, we're just insanely strong, so you don't have to be too afraid. Pop. Oh, your boy's still in the show, baby. I had no HP to continue fighting. I was just taking what I could. Oh, I got killed. Greed is a sin. I was a bit too greedy there. Once I get my Jack Show, though, that's when we're really going to be unkillable. But that's why you see Rylai's is so important. It's sticking on people is the weakness of this champion. And as a jungler, you really need that kind of ability to stick if you want to make a difference in a lot of games. This is when your full clearing starts to slow down. This is when I'm not going to be playing to full clear as much. Now I'm just going to be playing to clear some sides of the jungle. And then I'm going to try to steal some lane farm. Just AFK farming. Jungle camps don't give you as much of experience as you really would want. So you don't rely only on just farming. Though all my bot side's up. But I think there's going to be a juicy Kai'Sa kill here possibly. And we're just going to go crab first. Wait, we don't want to obviously overfight. Like, we just spent so much time fighting at that point, right, guys? So what do we want to do when we spend a lot of time fighting? We want to spend a lot of time going back to farm. So here we might actually do a full clear event. Blue spawning too. Might just mess around and do another full clear. It sounds a bit boring, but honestly, this is peak Mordekaiser jungling at its finest. And you guys on full clear junglers that are like a lot of AP junglers are full clear junglers. You guys have to really utilize that. Boing. What? She got me with her passive auto at the end. Dude, I thought I was a legend. I thought I was going to be told stories for generations about how Mordekaiser Inori popped the hell out of that Kai'Sa, but no, we got rejected. Like my high school all over again. Alright, we're gonna... This is when you have to decide on what you need next, build path-wise. Demonic's always a good bet. Demonic is just going to give you that bit of damage. you would generally need to kill and finalize people. And Jackshow is just going to give you that tankiness. And you just scale really well at this point. You just build whatever you kind of need as like a good item. Sunfire is getting buffed next patch. It might be better. But right now, it's not that good. Demonic's always good. You don't have to worry about that. And here we just go back to our side of the jungle we haven't cleared yet. We just get ready for a full clear again. And when you're in team fights, you just have to like really hit Qs. It's all about hitting Qs. Your E, it's very predictable. So if they have any kind of dash ability, you have to assume you're not going to be able to hit that unless they mess up. Here, this Kaiser's alone. I'm going to just give her a little... I'm going to give her a reason why she should just rethought of her life right now. Right into my teammates' loving arms. We're gonna go for the long flank, guys. Boink. I want more though. Oh my god, he's too good. I have W coming up. You fool. Oh my god, I'm a fucking legend right now. Like, write this shit down, guys. Write it down with your notepad, your fucking pen and paper from school. Write it down. Jackshow is a difference maker. I hate when people back, like, right next to you when you're jungling. Like, bruh. Now I can't even move. Hey there. We should base, but... But I want this kill. I want her to know that it was me, Inori, Mordekaiser, that took her out. Bro, I'm so fucking bloodthirsty. I have my demonic too. Alright, I'll base. After I get her bot side. I mean, you honestly snowball really hard with the new treat system. Yeah, this DNA regretted going over there. And we're going to grab a bit more farm. See, this is why I'm telling you guys. You guys want to get better at League. So knowing how to farm and knowing how to farm better. Like, I coach low reload people all the time. And I always tell them, like, you're just so inefficient. Like, your efficiency is just poop. And it just drives me crazy when I'm, like, watching them not like hesitate on like what they're gonna do. Like here they go like back and forth, like they do Krugs, they stop doing Krugs, they go help bot lane, something happens, they react to like everything on the map. That's the problem. They're always reactive players and they ruin their like pathing. And like I know when I'm like I need to ruin my pathing, like break path. But most of the time this game, like you saw, I was just on a good full clear like schedule, and that just made me have really good farm for most of the game, while also like impacting you more than the other jungler because I was just in the right place. Like I knew when it was good for me. That's like a big thing for you guys. Should be able to do. What I'm gonna show you guys how to solo Baron. You generally can solo Baron now, which is pretty cool. Oh, your boy's coming. There ain't no party without Inori. I don't want a ghost for one person. I'll save it for the fight. Where are you gonna go, Yone? Oh, what? He still died. By the way, if you ulti Yones with their E, they just cannot leave. They have to watch you as you spank their butt. I hope you guys like this video. Just make sure you listen to everything I said this game, and you guys will climb and be a much better player than you already be. And be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Like the video and let me know in the comments below what you guys think. And I'll see you guys in my future videos. Wait, let me kill the Yone. Sensational. GG's. Ciao.